The goddess never imagined that the E-rank hero she once tossed aside would end up becoming the highest level person in the entire world. What's even crazier is that Tuka's weird skills turned out to be ridiculously overpowered. Not only did he wipe out every monster in the dungeon, he even one-shot the world's strongest hero and his elite Black Dragon Knight Order. News of this spread like wildfire. The kings of 3 nations immediately launched investigations, trying to figure out who killed the strongest hero. Their top suspect? The elven princess who fled the scene. She was the only one found with blood on her. Judging from the amount of blood, they assumed she barely won after taking heavy damage. Just then, a guard rushed in with new information. Someone claiming they wiped out the Black Dragon Knights had been spotted somewhere, and that someone happened to be Tuka, who was simply passing through. His actual goal was heading to the Demon Isles to find the rumored forbidden witch. The elven princess he saved had now become his guard. The two checked into an inn for the night and later went to a tavern to gather intel. People there were buzzing about the Black Dragon Knight's destruction, wondering who could possibly defeat the strongest warriors alive. Someone then shared the latest rumor. The killers weren't the elven princess, it was the Cursesmith cult. Tuka found this hilarious. Someone out there was actually taking credit for his crimes. Sarah's explained that the Cursesmiths were a religious group that worshipped the god of curses. They claimed the Black Dragon Knights were neutral curses, which justified their execution. A second later, 4 Cursesmith members burst into the tavern. They'd become famous recently and were calling themselves the saviors of the world. They demanded everyone step aside and offer them the best drinks in the house. Tuka watched them like a comedy act. None of them had any presence. They weren't strong at all. Still, if they wanted to shoulder the blame, Tuka certainly wasn't complaining. People in the tavern continued speculating. Other than the Cursesmiths, the only ones possibly strong enough to kill the Black Dragon Knights were the leopard warrior from the Blood Arena, known as the Dragon Slayer, and the legendary Forbidden Witch. Hearing that, Tuka perked right up. He quickly leaned in, ordered drinks and food for 2 guests, and joined their conversation. They told him that only the strongest fighter in the Blood Arena, the Leopard Woman, had ever seen the Forbidden Witch, but to meet a monster like her, one would have to go to the arena. Another person chimed in, telling Tuka he was in luck. The person he was searching for was actually here tonight. Tuka tossed him a silver coin, hoping for more info about the Forbidden Witch, but the Leopard Woman insisted she'd never seen the witch. However, Sarah's could hear the truth in her voice. Her elven ears could detect lies. After returning to the inn, Tuka suddenly remembered he hadn't fed the slime, so he used his old leather pouch to pull out modern world food. This time, it was cookies. It was Sarah's first time eating a cookie. She loved it and asked if this kind of food was common in Tuka's world. Tuka told her it was nothing special back home. Sarah's admired the cookie's clear packaging, saying it was beautiful. Then the two discussed their real mission. The Leopard Woman definitely knew something about the Forbidden Witch, so their goal for tomorrow was to head to the Blood Arena and dig for answers. But the real challenge was figuring out how to make her talk. Most fighters dreamed of earning enough money to buy their freedom, but the Leopard Woman, the strongest of them all, already had more than enough, so why hadn't she left? The mention of the strongest fighter made Tuka curious about Sarah's elven armament. He'd seen it once, but he paralyzed her immediately with his skill back then, so he'd never witnessed its true power. Sarah's indulged his curiosity and transformed, demonstrating her abilities for quite a while. Tuka was impressed and wanted to learn close quarters combat. After all, he couldn't rely on magic forever, he needed real self-defense skills. Sarah's agreed to train him, but Tuka kept getting defeated in one move. By midnight, Sarah's had fallen asleep, but Tuka was still reading. His mind was focused on one thing: finding the Forbidden Witch as soon as possible.